Hello everyone, I'm Karthi Vignesh. In this video, we're going to be going through exercise number 2 in arithmetic and exercise number 2 in the operating system lab, which is arithmetic and looping statements in the shell script. So these are 4 questions that I have to solve, and I have to write scripts for all these 4 questions in the bash. So the first question is to write a shell script to design a calculator using switch case statement. So basically, we're just gonna get the input from the user. In our case, we're gonna get 2 inputs from the user, and we're gonna perform addition, multiplication, subtraction, or division based on the input the user gives us. So basically, first they'll give us 2 inputs. That's for the numbers, and they'll give the choice as a third input. Choice as in for which arithmetic operation they have to perform. For example, 1 for addition, 2 for subtraction, etc. That depends on the programmer though. We will be specifying which option is for which of the commands. So I'm just gonna already created the already finished the code. So I'm just gonna display it now. So this is the first question. First, I'm outputting the inputs as the for the user, and I'm just asking them for 2 inputs, and they'll give 2 inputs for A and B variables. Then I'll echo all the choices that they have, and I will ask for their choice, and I'll read it to the variable C. Then I'm using C in the case switch case, and I'm associating each of the choice with the corresponding mathematical expression. So for example, in the first case, I'm storing the value of the addition in the variable result. The second one, I'm using subtraction expression, and I'm storing it in the result variable. Third one, I'm using multiplication. The fourth one, I'm using division. And then after closing the switch case, I'm echoing the output to the user. So I'm just gonna execute the program now. Dash q1.sh, and I'm just gonna give 5, 8, and I'm just gonna multiply these two numbers, and the answer is 40. 40. 5 8s of 40. So the program works as intended. So moving on to the next question. The next question is to find the sum of n numbers. So this is probably a looping one. We have to add the values up until the value n, and we're gonna display the output. So I'm gonna show the program now. First, I'm getting the input from the user, and I'm storing it in A, and I'm initializing the variable result as 0. Then in a for loop, I'm initializing a variable I as 0, and as long as I is less than the input the user has given, it will be incremented. So basically, I'm starting from 0, and I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till the value A. According to the question, it's the value of n. So after that, meanwhile, this is increasing. Every iteration, I'm adding it to the result variable. So basically, we are just adding 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 till the value of a. So basically, this is exactly what they have specified in the question. So we are just use a for loop here, and in the end, I'm echoing out the result, and I am echoing out the result. I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna execute the program now. Bash q2.sh, and I'm gonna give input as 5, and the answer is 15. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 15. The program works as intended. So moving on to the next question. The next question is to check whether the given number is Armstrong or not. So here we are using if else statement, and we'll be checking whether the given number is in Armstrong. So I'll show you the program now. So first, I'm getting the input from the user for the number, and I'm storing it in the value num, and I'm initializing a variable x for the value of num. Same, I'm just copying the value of num to the variable x, and I'm initializing 3 variables, sum, or, and n as 0, and I'm using a while loop. And as long as the value of x is not equal to 0, I'll perform this set of action. Basically, we are performing this set of action to check whether the number is in Armstrong or not. First, we are removing the last. First we are doing x modulus 10, and then we are multiplying r thrice. Yeah, we are doing r cube, and then we are adding the value of n, which is basically r cube, into the sum, and we'll be repeating it up until we'll get, like, basically Armstrong number is if we add every number, it will give the same number. That's what the Armstrong number is. So this is a set of statements that we'll be going through for the Armstrong number, and after doing it, the value of sum should be equal to the value of the number that we started earlier. So what we're going to do is we're going to check whether the sum and the number equal in the next set of code. First, we are doing what Armstrong number condition is basically. After that, we are checking whether the sum is equal to the value that we got in the beginning. If they are equal, it's an Armstrong number, and if they are not equal, they are not an Armstrong number. So I'm going to execute the program now. Dash q3.sh, and I'm going to enter a number. For this example, I'm using the number 153. 153 is an Armstrong number. So as you can see, the output says it's an Armstrong number. So the program works as intended. So moving on to the next question. The next question is to write a shell script to print the Fibonacci series for the first 10 terms. So here we are just using looping statements again. So I will show you the code for this program. So first I have to initialize the value of n as 10. N is basically the total number of terms that we want in the output, and I'm initializing three values a, b and c as 0, 0 and 1 respectively. Then I'm outputting that this is Fibonacci series, and instead of for loop I'm echoing out the value of b, and then I'm taking a value x and I'm adding the value of a, b and c to the x, and then I'm reassigning the values, like I'm going a step back. For example, first the value of a, b and c is 0, 0 and 1. After the first iteration, the value will be a's value will be 0, b's value will be 1 and c's value will be a plus b plus c from the previous iteration. So this goes on and on for 10 iterations. So that's how the Fibonacci series works. So I'm just gonna give you the output now. As you can see, first it's 0, then 1, 1, and these three terms are added, and it's 4, and these three terms are added, 4, 2, and 1, it's 7, and these three terms are added, 7 plus 4 plus 1, 2, that's 13, and these three terms are added, and so on. So we are displaying 10 iterations of this three triple addition. So that's how the program works. So that's the last question of this exercise. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video.